what would I change if I can go back a year?
These two ladies talked to each other and they both said, don't you just love Jackie? She's exactly who she is on screen. We are headed over to the daiquiri. It is Wednesday night and Babe is playing with the band. Y'all to come join us sometime. They sound so good. I won't be recording too much on here because I would have to edit a lot. So if you want to see or hear what Soul Sessions sounds like, look at my short. See y'all there. Bye. We are here. It is not so hot. I think I'm going to be good tonight. We're early because Babe has to meet with someone that is going to be playing with them tonight, maybe. So I'm glad it's not that hot because I got to sit out here for almost an hour and a half before they even get started. Soul Sessions is about to start playing tonight. They have a guest appearance. I believe he is playing the saxophone. I don't know my instruments that well, but I believe that's what it is, but I will let you see him. He is Panamanian. He was excited about connecting with Babe and Soul Sessions, so I'm going to definitely get some clips of him so that y'all can see that he will be appearing with them, I guess, until whatever. I'm not sure, but he is definitely here tonight. He practiced with them. It's going to be such a vibe. Tell y'all, the one thing I love about coming out to the daiquiri is that I always see a lot of people that subscribe to me. It is so amazing to see people like you and love you, and they talk amongst each other. It's like I just had these two ladies talk to each other and they both said, don't you just love Jackie? She's exactly who she is on screen. That is so amazing. That is so amazing. I really love that. I really appreciate it. I'm telling you. When y'all love my stuff and y'all see me out and give me the compliments, I am so appreciative. So appreciative. Bye. Now the thunder and lightning almost scared me off of this chair. There's thunder and lightning out here tonight. But the band is still playing. Thank God he got this overhead so that they can keep going. But I'm telling you, I almost jumped out the chair just now. Ooh. And my rainy season. I don't question the flow. Wasn't meant to find me. Already know. Exactly like this. Supposed to. I release control, let it go. Safe, I am sure I am right where I go.
una años, 1 year on the 28th of July. I thought it would be good to do a 1 year update. Of course, I can't talk about everything right now because it is a lot, but I will talk about a few things about, do I still choose Panama? And I will say, after a year of being in Panama, I definitely still choose Panama. But one of the things that I don't talk about as often is how it is not easy moving abroad. And I know a lot of times, we're just sharing our lives here on YouTube, and we're just showing where we're going and what we're doing. And it's amazing. And I know I say amazing a lot, but it has been kind of tough. I think I mentioned it before that I've never lived out of the country before, and I haven't been out of the country that much. Maybe 3 times I've been out of the country. No, it's actually been twice. Once on a cruise, and then when me and my husband went to Jamaica, and we stayed in Jamaica for a week. And that was actually the start of us wanting to leave the country, Jamaica. It was such a beautiful trip. We went to Sandals. Yes, right, right, Sandals, right? Yes, we went to Sandals, and we went to a all-inclusive spot. It was so amazing. It was so pleasant. The people were so kind, and it just made me think, like, wow, people really live like this. So yeah, that's what really started it. I still would choose Panama. And I've already told you all why we chose Panama. I told y'all that in a previous video. My whole entire family wanted to come. My daughter mainly, and my older son still have a lot of ties in America, so in the States. So we had to choose something that was close by, and also the transition for my grandbabies, because they have never been out of the country, and moving out of the country, we know it would be a little difficult. And Panama has a lot of things that we have in the States. So there goes that. But I do think that it is one of the best decisions that me and my family has ever made, not just for us, but especially for my grandchildren. I believe that they are going to thrive. They are going to become amazing adults because of this decision. So I wanted to talk about some of the challenges. And I would say that I do love Panama, but the challenges that I have has nothing to do with Panama as a whole. It has something to do with the language barrier, which is my problem, not theirs. I'm in their country and I don't understand their language. So when I'm having difficulty and challenges, that's not on Panama. That's on me. So I do understand that. And so I really can't say that that's one of the reasons why I don't, I'm not in love with Panama. No, it's not Panama's fault. It's my fault that I don't know Spanish as much as I should. One of the other things that I would say I is a little challenging. I said the language barrier. One of the other things is that a lot of things that we have been conditioned to believe is correct in the States. Not saying that it's incorrect, but we have been conditioned to believe that things are always supposed to be so easy, and it's always supposed to go a certain way. And the challenges that comes with that is the fact that they have made a lot of things convenient for us in the States, but that's not good. And I will say, for example, we were just having a conversation. We had this conversation last night, actually, with our friends as well. We were just having a conversation about how when we first moved to Panama, we were like, the air conditioner was running on high all the time. And it was always so hot. And it was always so aggravated and frustrated. Oh my God, hot. Now I say, hace calor, hace calor. A little bit of Spanish. But now we're actually getting used to just running the fan, opening up the windows, feeling the breeze, because I believe that our body temperatures is adjusting to the heat. But the reason why I even brought that up is that we don't realize, because we're so used to sitting in our central air conditioned homes and our central air conditioned offices in America, in the States, that we don't understand that we're actually supposed to sweat. We're actually supposed to be out in the sun, especially the morning sun. It's so beneficial to your body, to your mind, to your spirit, that we don't realize that we're missing out on those things because we're so conditioned. So I think all of it in a whole, for me, is definitely the healing process that I'm going through mentally, the healing process that I'm going through in every area of my life at this point. You know, some of the things that I've spoken about before that I didn't even know I needed to work on, I'm working on them. I'm digging really deep. When it comes to things as far as like the cost of living and stuff like that, none of that has changed that much for us. We try to, you know, always manage those things. But moving from the city to the burbs definitely has changed things just a little bit. One of the huge things that it has changed for us is Uber. We Uber a lot, and we have to adjust and like make sometimes, you know, make two stops because while we're out and about, we want to get things done, and that's not something we had to do when we were in the city. We would just jump in an Uber for $2 or $3 and be on our way. And Uber from the burbs to the city is quite expensive. So we're really careful with those things as well. Another thing that we had to adjust to moving to the burbs was just our shopping, going to the stores and stuff, because like I said, we have to call it Uber for everything. When we were here in the city, we just get on the elevator, go downstairs, and go right to Ray's, walk right around to Reba Smith, and bam, shopping was done. So, but even with the minor inconveniences, I still choose Panama. I choose Panama for my family. I see the growth in every area, like I said, in my marriage, with my children, with my grandchildren. And let me talk about my grandchildren just a little bit. I know my daughter probably is going to do an update as well, but the fact that my grandchildren have made friends, my oldest grandson just had a birthday. I showed you all his birthday. He had three friends there, but he had many more people that he could have invited. Those are the three friends that he chose. And they bought gifts. I think he got like around $80. Their parents came. We got to meet the parents. One of his friends' dad spoke fluent English, and my husband and him exchanged phone numbers, and they live in the area. Amazing. Caleb, who is the baby boy, was just invited to a birthday party, and all of his entire class was there. They invited Tyson as well. And yeah, they are just flourishing in the school. We were worried about them going to school here because they hardly know any Spanish, not even poquito Spanish. I think they might know their numbers, days of the week, months of the year, stuff I taught them in 2020, a few colors and just a few things, you know, just to kind of get them by. But yeah, they don't know much and they're really flourishing. They're doing well. All three of them are doing well. Tyson has been homeschooled the longest out of all three of the boys. And here he is doing well. He is doing so great. And I'm so happy to see my grandbabies flourishing. You know, even little Lana girl, she's coming out her shell. She is not as shy as she used to be. And I don't know if that has anything to do with Panama, but I'm just happy about it. You know, my baby boy is speaking Spanish so well. He literally is, he literally takes over all the conversations when we have our struggles. Like he's able to talk for us because he is really getting into speaking Spanish, and we're hoping that very soon he will be fluent because that's how well he's doing. So yeah, updates on us staying in the burbs. I'm pretty sure that we will because of the children's school, and I don't see us leaving the burbs anytime soon. Still having some of the things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. Hopefully, we will be getting a car very soon. We need something kind of big. My husband has been looking at the Jetor, and we need something kind of big because of his going back and forth, playing his music and stuff and carrying around music equipment. So that is definitely on the agenda. I like the fact that we're able to come to the city whenever we would like to come to the city. Like we were just here, a week ago with my daughter for her birthday? No, that's about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago with my daughter for her birthday, we were in the city celebrating her. And now me and my husband are back in the city. We get the best of both worlds, being able to live a little bit more in a quiet area, but come to the city whenever we want. I guess I can talk about if there's anything that I miss about the city. And it's definitely, I do miss a few things about the city. I miss the beautiful skyline. I miss the Santa Costera. I miss the convenience of being able to go to the store whenever I want to, when I could get something. I miss that a lot. What I don't miss is how noisy it is. I guess I could talk about what would I change if I can go back a year and do things differently. One of the things that I would change is when I came to Panama for the very first time. I've never talked about the story, I don't believe. We had a Airbnb reservation and it was in Casco Viejo, but it was in Santa Ana. Not a good choice. We got to Santa Ana on the first day. We had probably 20 something bags. My entire family was in this van. Well, we were in two vans because we needed a van for the bags and then we needed another van just for the family. And we got to Santa Ana and we were just like in the van, like saying, oh, hell no, we ain't staying here. My husband jumped out the van and he was talking to the driver. My son-in-law was out the van and my oldest son. They were out the van and he was talking to the driver. And I was just sitting in that van and I told everybody that was still in the van, sit down because we're not getting out. And then I started telling my son, get your behind back in this van because my husband wasn't listening to me. He was too busy talking to the driver. And so my son got back in the van and I was like, we ain't staying here. And yeah, we told the driver to take us to the source because that's all we knew. That's where me and my husband had stayed for a week when we first came here. And I think the second time we came, we stayed at the JW with the family. So we knew the JW, we knew the sorters. Let's go back to the sorters. We was comfortable there. We could figure things out. Yeah, that was a complete nightmare. The inside of the place online was beautiful. I never got out to see it, so I don't know if it was all edited and doctored up. I have no idea. But what I know is what I saw online was absolutely beautiful. It had multiple bedrooms in different areas. My daughter and them had their own spot. We had our own spot and I think they had like three bedrooms and we had like two bedrooms. So it would have been perfect to stay there for two. I think we had it for either 2 to 3 weeks while we looked for our apartment. So what I would change is I would either come down one more time, get our apartment, and then go back home. Even if it took paying for a month or so while I wasn't here, because we end up paying that anyway. We stayed at the Sortis, and the Sortis is not a cheap place to stay. So we did stay at the Sortis until we could figure things out. And then we went to Torres de Alba, which was not another good experience for me. I'm not saying it's horrible, but it's just not my cup of tea. And we stayed there for, I think, another week and a half. And then my daughter found her place. And that's how we all, a family of 10, ended up at the Allure. We made it happen because we love each other so much and we spend so much time together, but it was tough. It was really tough because that was not our plan. Our plan was to come to Panama, stay in an Airbnb for 3 weeks while we look for an apartment, find our apartment, be on our way. It didn't work like that at all. And then the person that was helping Jenna and them find their place, she was helping all of us, but she was not hearing what we wanted. So that's when we reached out to Eric. Eric was the one that took us on our tour as a family when we came down as a family, and he's the one that he showed us many, many areas. So appreciative to him because he has helped us so much, and he still stays in contact with us a lot. I loved using Eric to find our place because he understood. He is an American. He's lived here for a very long time, but he understood what we were asking him. Like there's certain things that when you move here, you can adjust, but there's some things that you're going to have to understand that that's what you're used to. It's going to take you some time to not have that convenience. It's going to take you some time not to have certain things, and you just gotta deal with that, you know. And he understood that. He understood what we needed and what we wanted. He heard us, which is so good. Because some people don't hear what you're saying. Where do we go from here? I believe that Panama will still be our home base. We talk about it a lot about not really having any interest on moving back to the States, visiting the States, of course, and that will be not regularly though. So much going on there. I don't want to be going back and forth, but we have family there, so definitely visiting. We don't have no plans as of this moment to move back. And I like Panama enough to where I can consider Panama my home base. Definitely. I like the convenience that Panama has to to the States and also to other places that are on my list to visit, like Aruba, Curacao. My daughter says Curaçao, Jamaica, Costa Rica, so many different places that we want to visit. We're like 2 hours away from there. So I will get to travel a good part of the world without going broke. That's the plan for the future. Of course, like I said, Panama being home base, my grandchildren are going to be in school. So we have to continue to consider them as well. And I know I talk about them like they're mine. because they are. My daughter is so amazing with that because she doesn't get offended or frustrated by the fact that I think that those are my kids. But I just love them so much. I love her so much. I will always consider them because I don't want to miss anything. It's not that I need to be there because my daughter is an amazing mama. I want to be there. I want to be at every birthday if I can be. I want to be at every graduation. I want to be at everything. So all the decisions that we make, it's always revolved around, I don't want to miss anything, with them. I know I can't make everything, but I'm going to try. The future is, as of now, not going back to the States to live permanently, traveling more on this side because there's so much to see. I have Africa in sight. I want to go to Ghana, and I think I want to stay. I want to stay in Africa probably no less than 14 days, maybe longer. Eventually, maybe I might even want to buy property in Africa and get a second residency. That's on the list, one of my goals in life. That is really it. Like, I don't have big, huge plans and goals outside of travel. Yeah, I want to be completely and totally debt free. I don't want to carry any debt. I want to be a travel content creator. So basically, YouTube and brand deals pay for my life. That's an amazing plan, right? Yeah. And travel the world. That's it. I want to see a lot of the world. There's some parts of the world that I don't care about seeing, but there's a lot of the world that I do want to see. That's it. Bye.
One of my affirmations that I have been saying for about 2 years is that I wanted to have coffee in a little cafe abroad. I never said which country I wanted it to be, and I just said coffee in a cafe abroad. Didn't realize it until now. I'm having coffee in a cafe abroad. I've been doing it for almost a year now, and it just hit me that my affirmation has come to pass. This is the little place that we're talking about having lunch at. Perfect. Yep. Let y'all see. Oh, I think this is something different. Yeah, that's different. We want to go to this place right here. It reminds us of, what's the place that we talk about, babe? Steak and Shake. We are about to check out of the Sorters for now. Y'all know we love the Sorters, so we're definitely going to be back. I hope that you all like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope that you liked both videos. If you did not see part one, go back and check out part one. This is part two. I had to break it up because I don't like to make my videos so long, and I had so much content because I had so much fun. In this video, we have the update about Panama. We have so much going on. Come back and watch my life here in Panama and enjoy a little bit more of the Sorters as we leave. Bye. About to go get a little lunch before we hit the road back to the burbs in this little cute spot. Hope it tastes good, but I'll let you know.